Hi there everyone, this is Damari. Thank you for tuning in. This is my third ever video on YouTube in this context for doing the shadow work tarot readings for you guys. I actually really enjoyed just doing the last two videos. It's quite interesting to do in this capacity. I think that as we go on, things will only get better. So thank you for tuning in. I hope you find this interesting and very useful. So this is for Leos for the time period of mid to late August 2019. So this is what we're doing here is some shadow work to help you really process things that are going on just beneath the surface. There's a lot of things that we're all contending with, especially after some very powerful transits astrology-wise last month, going into this month also. So this is why for this particular type of reading I use the Dark Mirror, oops, that's upside down, there you are, the Dark Mirror Oracle decks, because that really helps you to dive in and see things more objectively and really do the work to process, and so that you can heal and move on from the things that have been holding you back, the things that have been doing harm to you. And also there may be some things that are coming up or that have just surfaced that you weren't aware of, so this will help you to make sense of them. And then after that we'll be using the Wild Unknown Tarot to help you clarify the messages. Okay, so what do we have for Leos in August, mid-August to late August 2019? What shadow aspects are they currently dealing with? What aspects, shadow aspects, are Leo's dealing with right now, especially for mid to late August 2019? Let's have a look. What are you guys contending with? There's a few cards trying to fly for me right now. So there's obviously some very clear messages that want to come through. Let's see if we can narrow it down to just 2 or 3. What are the messages for Leo for mid to late August 2019? Okay. Revenge again? Unbelievable. Okay, I had this for Aries, so that's why I'm really surprised that this has come up again. Oops, we have something that's hit. Okay, flying out. Today for tomorrow. Okay, that's an interesting combination. So let's have a look at that. So I'll be reading from the book so you have an idea, a clearer idea of what these cards represent. I do know what they mean. I spent a little bit of time with them, but it's better to give you the full description. And also you'll see that there's some moon phases corresponding with that. So they are in relation to obviously the different phases of the moon, but also are associated with the different stages of grieving. So, you know, there will be like the denial, bargain, anger, acceptance, etc., depression. So this is what those kind of represent. The different phases of the moon represents also the different phases within ourselves as we go through this journey, okay? So just to explain, going dark. What if there is a place where there is no more time for words? No more sense to bargain or negotiate. No more survival instinct to accept fear or ponder consequences. It's a place we can reach, at the limit of our abuse, with the last spark of our dignity surging up as a powerful black flame. We cry, we hurt, and we strike to destroy. We destroy not for ourselves because we are gone. We destroy for the fairness of the world. We destroy because there is no sweet justice. There can be at least cruel revenge. We destroy for those who came earlier, for those who would have come later, We destroy, and as we destroy, we forsake ourselves. There is no going back, because sorry, I will learn to speak. Because coming back from that requires much more than force, okay? So that's what that's addressing, that you have been going through some stuff, okay? You've been going through stuff, it's been a rough time. Trust me, I know, we've all been going through it in various different ways, but yeah, for you guys, it's been really rough, and it has you feeling locked into this sense of anger and outrage for whatever has been taking place as of late. And I will go into that in a little bit more detail after I explain this one. So this is today for tomorrow. You see, this is kind of like a Gemini energy going on. So it could be a Gemini that led to this, or this could be conflict within yourself. So let me just give you more information on that. So going dark. It may seem like a trade-off to sacrifice the present in order to secure a better future. That's what ants do. Or to sacrifice the future to enjoy a better present. Cicadas do this. Either choice holds a bitter taste. Either choice holds a bitter taste. It's like watching a child play. Shouldn't she study? And if she was studying, wouldn't she regret not playing more? You meet a person you're attracted to. Do you go past and let it stay in the fantasy, or make a move and follow it through to the ephemeral ending? The endless choice between regret and remorse. What if, for once, we turn our back to the dark? We do the unexpected, and we shred it like a used dress. We can walk by the sea as no one is around, and we skinny dip out of our worries. The present and the future are one single integrated connection. There is no choice because the road is only one. What we are today and what we are tomorrow may be different, but it is the same person. Okay? And the sentence, I just want to tell you the sentence that's associated with this. I want it some, I want it later, gently. Okay? So it is very much to do with making a decision. Like, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. I want to move forward, but I kind of want to hold back. You know? And that's the dynamic that's going on right now. So it could be that's going on either within yourself, or that's a power dynamic that's taking place between you and a significant other. That one of you wants to move forward, the other one is hesitant, you know, or it wants to play it safe. Or it could be that you're feeling conflicted and that you're not sure what to do. You don't see a clear solution. That it may be easier to just, you know, hold back a little and see how it plays out. But I feel like within that conflict, there is some resentment growing and forming. And I feel like that's why it could easily be a connection with someone else. It could be a Gemini. That, you know, someone is holding back something important. Either how they feel about a situation, some truth that needs to be brought to light. Could be, it could be that they're actually with someone else. And that you know that there's feelings between you, but you know you're debating whether or not to communicate that, or you've communicated that, and they're like, yeah, but I'm going to stay with this person because it's easier, and that really pissed you off. Like, you know, it could be any one of those circumstances. I mean, it is a general reading, so different messages will resonate. Some will, some won't. But I feel like this could either be yourself, or to do with a significant other or a person of interest, right? And that this is leading to inner resentment, like self-resentment, resentment towards them, resentment in general, that will turn into revenge if it's left to its own devices, if you don't do something about this situation, okay? So that's really important to be aware of, that you can't allow these feelings to fester, because it's going to lead to some pretty dramatic consequences, and that is not what you want or need. Okay, so let's just try and clarify this a bit more. Wow, I keep trying to fly out these cards. Okay, like literally flying across the floor. Let's see what else we get for you. Ooh. Wow, they're really coming in strong. What else do we have for Leo? Okay. Okay, what else do we have for Leo? Okay. So, let's have a look at this. So this column addresses where you're at currently, okay? So what you can expect from this week, then moving into next week. So we pulled for you at the beginning, Father of Wands, okay? So that is very much a telltale sign of your energy right now, okay? That you really want to manifest something specific. You're very clear in what you want. There's no, disillusion or confusion when it comes to that. You know what you want. You know what you're going after. But there's something about this circumstance that's not allowing it to come to light. Someone's holding you back. You could be holding yourself back. It could be a significant other holding you back, but not willing to go all in, You're not willing to do half measures, okay? You want to go all in, you know what you want, you're ready to assert your position, but this person is not giving you one, or there's some aspect about you, some anxiety, some worry that's preventing you from doing that, from manifesting that particular thing. Next you had the Nine of Pentacles. So, in reverse, sorry. So that's addressing the fact that, again, you know what you want, you can see it clearly, you've got the visualization down, but it hasn't come to fruition yet. It's on the horizon, you can feel it, but there is some aspect that is keeping it from your grasp. It could be a significant other, it could be yourself, it could be a family member, but there's some blockage there that's preventing that from being within your reach, because it's so close as well, but you're being prevented from having it. And then next you have the Father of Swords. So again, you feel like you can't progress, you can't take the next step. You can't upgrade your life because something is blocking this transition from where you're at now to where you want to be, even though it's so close. I may have to get a clarifier for that for you, because I'm just curious what that could be. What is it that's preventing Leos from obtaining their desires? What is it that's preventing them from manifesting what they truly want in life? Because they're so close to obtaining it, but there's some blockage there. What is the blockage? What is the blockage for Leos in mid-August 2019? Ooh. Wow, okay, we had a few things come up then. Bear with me. Okay. So we've got these overall. So this reading is getting much more complex than I was anticipating, but that's okay. So you've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, someone's been putting you on the fence. Someone's been saying like, I don't think you're ready for this yet. I don't think I'm ready for this yet. Let's just hold off. And you're like, well, why? I am ready. I've been ready. You know, I'm just waiting for you. So I feel like this is definitely the energy of someone else. This is you. This is them. And they're like, no, I don't think it's time. Let's just hold off. Let's just wait. And you're like, but what are you talking about? Like, I've done everything I needed to do. I'm here. I'm ready. Let's go. And that person is just not on the same page as you. But I feel like there is an epiphany that will come to you from this. You'll come to some realization. Something will present itself, an opportunity to get what you want. But that may mean leaving a situation or an individual behind so that you can walk into this newness, okay? Because there are very good things on the horizon for you. With the Sun card, I mean, it's like the best possible outcome, right? So very, very positive, very, very positive. But that may mean the destruction of something that no longer serves the purpose. So that could be a relationship, that could be a business relationship, that could be some communication with someone needs to come to an end. Or just your current circumstances with that person needs to come to an end rather than all communication. Okay? So I feel like it's definitely an individual that's holding you back right now. So if that resonates with you, you know, take that on board. So here we have next the Five of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I feel like that's how you're feeling about this circumstances, what's been making you feel less capable, less assertive and sure of yourself. You know, you're usually very confident, especially you guys, Leo. You know, you're usually, you know, very bold, and you know, you don't allow the thoughts of others to hold you back or to affect or impact your, you know, self-image in any way. But I feel like this situation has you questioning yourself a little bit as to whether or not you should be doing in this, and whether or not, you know, you're even worthy of this. But of course you are. That's what you need to take from that. Of course you are. It's just this person isn't ready for that, or this person isn't aligned with your vision, and that's why this is happening. You know, so rather than, you know, allowing it grow from frustration to resentment to full rage, it's important that you just recognize that this is just not going to happen. You can wait forever, but it will still not happen, and just leave it alone. Or you can just be stuck in this position that you're in right now, feeling like, yeah, that there is no solution, and that, yeah, you're just going to be in a rut, because it doesn't have to be like that, okay? So that's the way you need to come to realize going through this week. So next thing I just want to address now is the week ahead. So next week, okay, this is going into next week now and throughout the week. So you have the Fool card in reverse. So I feel like a lot of you have been really thinking about your future in particular. I feel like you really care about, you know, where you're headed and having the path clear ahead of you. And because of this circumstance, it's really just leaving you quite flustered and just a bit deflated, but not completely, like, you know, you still will have the gusto and the energy to move forward, but it has knocked your enthusiasm a little bit, I feel like, because you've just been waiting for so long now, and you can't really do it anymore. This is where you've been, and this is where you'll go if you don't, you know, change the situation. So right now you're just kind of in this limbo state, And it's getting to a point now where you're like, okay, I need a new start. I need a fresh start. I need to just go ahead with or without this person. Like, I can't wait any longer. I feel like that's the main message here. Like, I can't wait any longer. I have to go ahead. And then next you got is, next card I pulled for you, sorry, is Mother of Wands. So that's, again, like, you're really just taking stock, you know, of what you have and what you want, you know, where you are now, where you're headed. And, you know, you feel like if you're going to have to do this alone, then so be it. But you just need to know so that you can make the necessary preparations. You know, you need to be ready, you know, to take this step, because it is a big one. I feel like whatever it is that's coming is a huge one. So you really need to know whether or not this person's with you, because you're going ahead regardless. You're done waiting, okay? And I feel like for most of you, you're going to have to leave that situation behind. So you're really just taking stock, you know, kind of taking a minute to yourself to really process it. Just say, okay, well, this is obviously what needs to happen, so this is what I'm gonna do. Right? That's what I feel like is being communicated there. That, you know, you're gonna go ahead regardless, and you know, even though you may be sad by the fact that this person isn't going to be joining you for the journey, you're going to be okay regardless. You know you're going to be okay. You're not like wallowing in, you know, grief or questioning whether or not you can do it without them. Like, you know you'll be fine. You just needed to know if they're with you or not. Okay? So moving into the next card, you have the Mother of Cups. Again, that's very, you've got two mothers in this line, you see, two mothers. And that's the Queen of Cups, should I say. So you know what that represents, that's the Queen of Cups. So again, you know, you've been carefully preparing and planning. You've been having all of these wonderful notions of how your life is going to look. But you've been waiting on someone to help you make that happen. You're no longer going to do that. You're now going to take action and make it happen regardless. And I feel like once you do that and you know that you're on the path, you're going to feel much happier. You're going to be in a much better place. You know, you're going to feel much more fulfilled. You know, I feel like the only thing that's been causing you the frustration and the annoyance is the fact that you've just been holding off. But once you're actually really stepping into what you want and making that reality your present, you know, moving it from a what if or the future to the now by taking the necessary steps, you're going to feel much more aligned with who you really are and your usual characteristics, and you know, you're just going to be feeling in a much better place overall. So I feel like, you know, there's no need to worry on that front. I feel like, you know, you're actually okay. It's just you need that closure more than anything. You need to know, like, okay, so it's clear that, you know, you're not coming with me on this journey. I just need to confirm that. I just need to double check. Are you sure this isn't what you want? Because I need to do this now. I can't wait any longer. You know, the opportunity is presenting itself. You know, now is the time, so you're either with me or you're not. So that's basically the general message I'm getting here. So now when we look at the final week for August 2019 for you Leos, we start off with the Ace of Cups. Again, that is emotional abundance, that is fulfillment, that's feeling, you know, like you've got it under control. You know, I can handle this, I've got this, you know, I'm good. It's you that needs to, you know, get your shit together, basically. You know, I'm all good, but you need to handle this, you know. And this is it. This is where you're walking into. Like, you're feeling, now that you've made the decision, now that you're really stepping into your power, now that you're really doing what you want to be doing and really just feeling like yourself again, because you're not holding off, you can just go ahead. You're feeling great. You're feeling more than great. You're feeling awesome. You know, and that's great. That's great to see. And that's what I'm seeing. Like, even though you're starting off with this like really uncertain energy, you're moving into much stronger waters, you know, much clearer waters. Everything becomes so much more clear, and you know, you're ready for this new chapter, you know, and you're really going to own it as well. That's what I can see. So next you have the Ten of Swords. Again, that's just saying like, yeah, I'm done with the situation. So it may be that you make this decision, you go ahead, this person tries to communicate with you again and saying, oh, but you know, like, why are you doing this, you know, blah, 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 like trying to guilt trip you or whatever. But you're just like, no, I'm sorry, like, I've been waiting too long, like, the situation's dead and done, like, I can't wait for you anymore, you know, I need to move forward, and I told you, you know, it's now or never, and well, you said never, so here we are. But this, I don't feel like this represents your energy at all. I think this is more just you already have come to terms with this is what it is, and you're just relaying that information. You know, that I'm sorry, but you know, the time has come and passed. And the final card you got is the Ace of Swords in reverse. So while it's important to communicate how you feel in the subject, try to be tactful with how you convey that message, because otherwise you can end up doing some harm to the other person, and they could end up in this state, and that's the last thing you want, because they will not let that slide if they move into such a mindset. So be very careful with how you communicate this message here to the individual in question, because I feel like they will resurface, and you know, very like literally within days or the week, and they'll be like, oh, but you know, why are you doing this, or oh, don't you like me anymore, whatever it is, like, oh, you don't want to work on this with me anymore, you don't care about the project anymore, whatever it is, you know, they're going to be a bit like that with it, and you're just going to have to be assertive but gentle, if that makes sense, and how you relay the information. Like, I'm sorry, you know, I was really with you on that, but you know, I'm ready to take things forward, and you don't want to, so you know, I'm sorry, this is kind of how it had to go. Just be very tactful with how you communicate with this person in this time, okay? Because otherwise you don't want there to be lingering conflicts, you know. So it's important that you know that, yeah, that this situation comes to an end, but it comes to an end as amicably as possible, okay? So that's my clear message for you there, coming into the end of August. Just try and be amicable, and things will be fine. They might be a little bit funny for a while. They might be like, okay, I don't want to talk to you anymore, or something dramatic, but they will be fine. You will be fine. It's just a case of knowing how to communicate that in a way that's not going to do harm, or at least the least amount of harm. Okay. And I just want to pull up a final card, which is the overall energy of these weeks. Hey, sorry about that. Battery died, so I had to quickly give it a quick boost. So let's just try and find your overall energy for the rest of this month before it dies on me again. That's the overall energy for Leos from mid to late August 2019. So we have Son of Wands. Interesting. So yeah, new beginnings, fresh start, new opportunity, stepping into that newness confidently, not allowing this energy to linger on. So yeah, I feel like you're going to come out of it very strongly. It's just a case of you have to deal with this situation first. So if I was you, you know, moving into the next couple of weeks, you know, do have this conversation with your business partner, your partner in a relationship sense, family member, whoever this applies to, you'll know because it's quite prominent. You know, whoever it is that you are expecting to take another step forward with, have this conversation with them. And if they are unable or unwilling to take that step, then you may need to move on without them. Okay, I feel like that's the key message here, that, you know, there's an opportunity coming up and you really can't wait any longer. You don't want it to pass you by, so you have to listen to your instinct and take action, and you will be happier for it overall. But just, you know, do be aware of how you communicate with this person over the next few weeks, because they're going to be a little funny about it, you know. Not that they will be horrible to you necessarily, I don't think it's that. It's just they are going to feel a little bit like, you know, left in the dirt, or, you know, just kind of discarded. But it's nothing like that. You need to just make it clear how you really feel and what's really happening, you know. Just remind them that, hey, I've been waiting for you, you know. I even reminded you that this is happening and I need you to either be with me on it or just let me know that this isn't for you. So yeah, just be tactful with how you communicate that, so it doesn't come across as defensive or argumentative, because you don't want any, you know, this kind of energy coming up when you've got such great things on the horizon. So yeah, just be mindful with how you communicate that overall. But otherwise it's looking very good, Leo, so don't worry. This kind of frustrating situation that you've been in is coming to an end. I can assure you of that, and very soon. So I hope you found that useful. Thank you for watching if you are watching this video. Do like, comment, and subscribe. It means the world to me, especially as I'm just starting out. And I'd love to get your feedback, but, you know, do be gentle. I am very new. And if you would like any more information, or if you would like a personal reading, you're very welcome to contact me through my email, which will be in the description. Okay, Leos, well, I wish you all the best until next time, so see ya.